Are we live? Real question. Is we live? Is we live? This joint is kind of... trying to come down a little bit. Here we go. Let me go up a little bit more. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get closer to the mic. Yes, sir. Talk to me, y'all. Come on, chat. Talk to me real quick. We got people coming through. Got some people coming through. Talk to me. Yes, sir. A dub is a dub no matter how you get it, bro. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, bro. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Let me actually go ahead and place it behind me. Don't ever let nobody tell you otherwise. A dub is a dub no matter how you get, man. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Going into this game, and I'm going to get about 10, 15 more seconds as I pull up my notes real quick. Going into this game, and we'll talk about it. It'll probably be about a 15, maybe 10, 15-minute review. Not going to hold you up too much. It is Sunday night, and so we're not going to hold up too much, especially because it's Sunday night. I don't want to be rambling and stuff. But, yes, sir, man. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Great Patriot here, DGP, back again with another episode of Patriot Keys. And in this review right here, post-game, we actually live, baby. So, if you're watching this after the stream, y'all be sure to hit the like on that video, man. Subscribe, all that great stuff, man. And, you never know when I'm going to go live, man. I got a couple people hitting me up, man, right here at North Neptune. Shout out to you. Sydney are here in the chat, too. Shout out to him, too, as well. Shout out to the people that's in the chat right now. But let's go ahead and talk about this game, man. So first things first, man, MVP of this game, man, Damian Harris and Greg Roman. The Ravens center is Matt Skura, if I'm not mistaken. But those two guys, Greg Roman and Matt Skura, your checks will be in the mail. Get about 3 to 5 business days. COVID's kind of slowing things down, but give it about 3 to 5 business days, and your check will be in the mail, man. Shout out to Justin too. A lot of things had to happen, man. A lot of things had to happen for us to go right, for us to win this game. Weather had to be in our favor because it wasn't it was raining a lot, so that means more running the football, which is kind of both the Ravens and the Patriots game, but it helps us out even more, especially because we had the lead at the time, and running the football down by a couple scores might not be the best solution to do. With that being involved, Greg Roman not calling the best game. He was making a lot of questionable calls like that Wildcat on 4th and 1. Like, dude, what are you doing? And then the Patriots played mistake-free football, and I said this before on my streams. I said this on Twitter numerous times. I said this team is not built to overcome mistakes. If we make about 1 or 2 mistakes, like a turnover, something like that, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be GGs. It's probably going to be, game over for us. But, we were able to handle that, mistake-free football. We capitalized on the Ravens' mistakes. And, again, like I said, a lot of things had to go wrong for the Ravens for us to win this game. But, hey, man, a dub's a dub, and I'll take it however I can get it. I always draft Alabama running backs. Thanks, Mr. Saban, lending us Damian Harris. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nick Saban. Nick Saban and Bill Belichick was always close. So, Belichick loves getting them Alabama guys, Rutgers guys. He loves getting those. That's kind of like the factory school. If you want to play for the Patriots, go to those school, and Belichick will find a way to see you. Cobra King, man, season's still alive. Yes, sir. Season is still alive. Yosek involuntarily. I don't know what that means. But yeah, man. So the season's still pretty much alive. Going into this game, I'll be honest, be 100% honest. I said I really don't see us winning this game. Like, I was just prepared for us not to win this game just because we seemed dead in the water. We was just in a dogfight with the Jets. I'm just like, bruh, like, we should not be in a dogfight with the Jets that's trying to tank. The only reason why we lost that game is because they're actually trying to tank. But the Patriots, man, stepped up to the plate, man. They played pretty well, man. And one thing I did say before the season, and I see we're going in that direction now, is that we're going to be like in limbo, man. We're going to be that 8-8, 7-9-ish range this year, and get a mid pick, man. We're not going to. I thought we was going to kind of tank. I thought that's the direction we was going with last week, but it just seems like every single week. Bill Belichick's always preached up next week is a different week. It just seems like every single week you don't know which Patriot team you're going to get. Are you going to get the good Patriots that you saw today? Or are you going to get the bad Patriots that you saw against the Jets and other various games against the 49ers and everything? But, man, the offensive line stepped up huge. Damian Harris was huge. J.C. Jackson looked great. Stepped up for his performances these past few weeks as he's filling in for Gilmore as the number 1 cornerback, as Gilmore has been hurt with the knee issue, which I'll get into that. Just a quick side tangent on that Gilmore thing. I think I don't know how serious the knee injury is. It could be serious. It could not be that serious. But the writing's on the wall to me. Gilmore has one more year left on his contract. They try to trade him at the trade deadline. He's going to get traded in the offseason. Like, he's being held out too. He's going to get traded in the offseason, probably for either second or first round pick. But he's going to get traded in the offseason. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the cold-hearted truth right there. Unless we don't get a second-round pick. If nobody was willing to give us at least a second-round pick, then Belichick will just keep him, let him walk. We'll get a comp pick, a third-round pick, wherever he goes, because I don't see Belichick keeping on to him. But, yeah, man, let's see. We about to be 5-5 next week. We play Bill O'Brien in the trash. Remember, Bill O'Brien's not there no more, man. It's not Bill O'Brien's team anymore. He got fired early in the season, so we do play the Texans next week. So, 5-5 is a respectable schedule. Like I said, 5-5, we looking pretty good. But, yeah, man, going about this game, man, defense played pretty well, kind of contained Lamar, didn't have him have too many crazy plays. Obviously, he's going to make the splash plays. He's going to make guys miss, and there's nothing that much you can really do about it, but the one thing you can do about it is just don't give up on the play and try to minimize it as much as possible. And I think Belichick and the defense did that today, man. Credit to Bill Belichick, man, getting this guys ready. I've been on the channel and I've said, Bill Belichick, you give him the credit, you got to give him the blame, and I'm a big mindset of that from anybody. So, I've been blaming Belichick a lot this year. I'm gonna give him the credit here, man. But again, the play of the game to me was Jacoby Myers, man. That Wildcat, man. Shout out to Josh McDaniels, man. That boy is in his bag right now. Had to go deep for that. And yeah, man, that pass to Jacoby Myers, again, a former quarterback, was playing quarterback at NC State, now being a wide receiver, and Josh McDaniels kept that in his back pocket, shades of Edelman, and was able to deliver a dime to Rex Burkhead, which floated up there for a while. And I was like, dang, it's going to be intercepted. It's a bad pass, but just enough where the linebacker, if he really couldn't turn around, he was just watching Burkhead, and it fell right into Burkhead's left. So shout out to him. Whatever. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze real quick. I thought I had to sneeze, but it was more so of a call. I don't got that wrong, by the way. I don't got that, by the way. But let's see. Patriots to get Taylor Gabriel, it makes more sense because we need deeper threat and a speedy receiver, or after the season, AJ Green be a free agent. Yeah, definitely receiver is a big need for us, and that was a big need for us before. And I think they thought N'Keal Harry was going to be there, but he's not really hitting his stride. Jacoby Myers has been the only playmaker consistently this year in the wide receiver position. Everything else, Harry, concussion, Edelman, he's hurt. Bird. There it is. Bless me. Thank you. But Demi Bird, he just hasn't been there. And again, we don't really do too well developing wide receivers. We need to get better at that. So, we'll see how that goes, man. We'll see how that goes. But this team, man, play pretty well, man. Let's go ahead. Let's look at some of these stats right now. Lamar Jackson, man, 11 carries, 55 yards. That's pretty good, all things considering, man. A lot of them was also quarterback scrambles too. So can't forget about that. We held J.K. Dobbins 5 carries, 13 yards. We held Gus Edwards 7 carries, 42 yards. Gus Edwards should get more carries, and I've been a proponent of that. But, man, look, Cam Newton, man, 13-17, 118 yards, 1 touchdown. This is all for him passing. Him on the ground, 11 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. But, again, Damian Harris, 22 carries, 121 yards. Definitely the key right there. Jacoby Myers, 5 receptions for 59 yards. And Jacoby Myers was actually the only wide receiver targeted today, which is crazy. We targeted Rex Burkhead. We targeted James White. And so, again, this game was just ugly. Like, the game, the weather, all this stuff was just ugly. It was just a grinded out game, but that's the kind of game we got to play. We're a power run team. It's week 10 right now. Your team is what they is right now. You're not going to be able to go get somebody in free agency, especially now after the trade deadline. You're not going to get somebody out of free agency that can make an impact on your team like that. This team is what it is. It's going to be like that. And, I've accepted it. And I think McDaniels has accepted it. We're a power running team. I told my boy J Ham, shout out to J Ham and Graven Vids, Iconic Freeze. If I'm missing any other of my Ravens YouTubers and everything, shout out to y'all, man. GG's to y'all. But I was talking to my boy J Ham, and I said, this team reminds me of that 2011 I think it's 2011, the Tebow Bronco team where they ended up going to the playoffs and beat the Steelers. It reminds me of that team because that team right there as well was a power running team, just ran the football, and they played great defense. Every game was a grinded out type of situation. It was never a sexy win, and they just managed to pull it out. And I said, the only difference is the Broncos, they went 8-8 this year. I said the funny thing is they went 8-8. We probably can go 8-8 too. But I said the only difference is if you take the Seahawks game, the Bills game, And it was one other close game that we had. You take those 3 games that we had, and our record's basically flipped around at this point. Now we're at 6-2, 6-3, I should say. So this team is really like that Bronco team. Again, do I feel like we're going to win the Super Bowl? I said this towards the end of last year, after the Ravens game that I went to. I was like, this team is not built for a Super Bowl. I said before this year, this team is not built for a Super Bowl. Excuse me. I said this team's not built for a Super Bowl, and that's kind of where we're at right now, man. Go ahead and talk about some of these other guys that's on the field defensively. Devin McCourty, he had to drop interception, which could have been better. Again, J.C. Jackson, man, looked pretty well, man, looked pretty good. There was a lot of drop passes today, but J.C. Jackson was kind of everywhere. He was there when he was needed the most. Jason McCourty, another good game by him. Chase Winovich got there a little bit, got to Lamar Jackson a little bit, but Lamar is just going to be Lamar. Deatrick Wise, he caused that big holding penalty at the end of the fourth quarter when Lamar got that first down, and he was calling back because Deatrick Wise beat their guy. And again, Isaiah Wynn on our offensive side, he's looking pretty well, man. Damien Harris, like I said, I can't say enough about him. And I think with Damien Harris playing well, Sonny Michel's been in the doghouse for about over a year or so. And as I said this when Damien Harris got in the game, and I saw the kind of running back he is. I saw the way that they were using him. Sonny Michel's a free agent after this year. That is going to be Sonny Michel's replacement. Sonny Michel is not coming back into New England next year unless he takes a massive pay cut. And I love Sonny Michel, but it's just the writing's on the wall right there, man. I see what Bill's going to do, and I see it just sucks, man. But this team, it's a struggle, man. This team's going to be a struggle the whole time. It's going to be a grinded out type of thing, and I can't stress that enough. But yeah, so moving on, man, from this game. Let's see. Patch win. Yes, sir. Patch Nation Sports Talk. Let's get it. Again, and after after that 49er game, we had the Jets, dogfight there. And I think the Patriots, Bill Belichick's like, you know what? It's going to be ugly. It's going to be grinded out. We're just going to have to just get it done. And I think that's all the mind is, just get it done, play mistake-free football. Again, this is the blueprint for us. If we're going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to have to look like this. We're going to need breaks to go our way. We're going to have to play mistake-free football because, again, the Ravens made mistakes, and we just capitalized on it. Had the Ravens not made those mistakes, or if we were to make a mistake or two to kind of match the Ravens, we're losing that game easy. We're losing that game easy, and that's typically what kills us. We can play with a lead, but coming back from a lead, because, again, Cam Newton is still, to this day, Cam Newton this season only has 3 passing touchdowns. Only 3 passing touchdowns, man. Like, I understand he's a running, I wouldn't say he's a running quarterback, but, his legs is where he kind of gets the most bang for his buck. But 3 passing touchdowns up to week 10, man, and you only missed 1 game, I believe. Like, sheesh. I pass it off as just A&A. The receivers aren't consistent getting open like that. But, again, like I said before the season, Cam Newton can help us out because we can have the run game going again. We're like top 5 in the league in rush offense. So, just a grind it out type of game. Just keep running the football. We'll be fine, man. But moving on, man. Next week we have, I believe, the Texans, and we are 4-5 at this point. We are 3rd in the division. The Dolphins are 6-3. The Bills are 8-2, 7-2 from. Well, it's actually the Bills are 7-3. I think 7-3, 6-3. So the Bills and Dolphins are actually tied for the division. And, we're right behind them. Again, remember, we did beat the Dolphins week 1, too. So that's a positive sign, too. So if it comes to a 3-way tie situation, we have beaten the Dolphins before. So will we see Gilmore next week? I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I'm hopeful, but we shall see. But yeah, next week, man, we have the Texans at Houston. I feel like we can win this game, though, man. I feel like we're going to win this game. The Texans, they're not looking too well, you know what I'm saying? Ever since, Bill O'Brien kind of sold the franchise, traded away DeAndre Hopkins. Deshaun Watson, he's not looking that good. They had a dogfight with the Browns, which, excuse me, Jesus. Had a dogfight with the Browns. But yeah, man. Yeah. Sonny Michel, man, he's not coming back. He's injured right now. He's actually on IR, scheduled to return. But Sonny Michel's not going to come back, man. The way Damien Harris is playing, he's an exact duplicate of him. And again, Sonny Michel's contract's coming up after this year. He's been the doghouse for the past year and a half. He's not coming back, man. We got he's just not coming back. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. That's just how it goes. But hopefully we get Gilmore back. Hopefully we get Gilmore back next week just to see him in action because I just like Gilmore, man. Even though he's probably gonna get traded this offseason, man, I love Gilmore, man. He's not this year because he's been banged up and had COVID and the knee issues, and he's kind of been in and out of the lineup. Hasn't been that consistent when he was in the lineup, but over the past 2-3 years, man, Gilmore has been the best cornerback. If not the best, he's been top 2, top 3. So I just want to see Gilmore play, man. Julian Edelman, he's on IR too, man. Julian Edelman, he's on IR. And he's indefinite to return. They don't know if he's going to return. I don't think he's going to return because his ribs back. Julian Edelman's just old, man. Julian Edelman is like 31, 32 years old, but his body's like 40-something years old, like all them hits and bruises. So, and then, like I said, our receiving core they haven't been able to create space. If you go look at the stats, man, in terms of separation, we're at dead last separation. The Kill Harry doesn't seem to get open on routes like that. Again, the only time we're able to get open is when the run game is going so flawlessly, and we pass the football, and and even then it's like little 3-yard passes or a trick play, like how Jacoby Myers did to Rex Burkhead. So that's the only way that these receivers are really getting open. The offensive line is protecting, and they can only do so much. The O-line has been pretty good this year, though. We had some injuries and stuff going on, but Isaiah Wynn's looked pretty good. I know we had an injury riddle start of his career, missed the first year, got hurt again, I believe, his second year in the league. But Isaiah Wynn, though, he's looking pretty solid, man. That first-round pick was on them show, looking pretty good. David Andrews, he had a was it last week? It was either last week or 49ers. He had a couple bad weeks, but he turned around today, man. Again, the Ravens didn't have all their guys healthy too. Calais Campbell was out, and I think the backup to him ended up getting hurt this game too. So they didn't have a lot of guys in the interior, which made it easier for us to run up the gut in the interior. But here's what it is, man. It's pretty good. Pretty good win. Like I said, a lot of things went right for us. Weather, Ravens selling, us playing perfect. A lot of things had to go right for us, but hey, you'll take a dub any way you can get. A win is a win. 4-5. We got the Texans next week. I expect us to go 5-5, and maybe we squeak in the playoffs, get that 7th spot. Who knows? Again, I'm not trying to get my hopes up. Again, like I said, I don't feel like this team is capable of winning the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. Stranger things has happened. We do not know, but that's going to be it for this video, for this stream video, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. Catch y'all next time, y'all. Patriot fans, enjoy this dub because it's been ugly this year. It's been ugly this year, but I'll catch you next time, y'all. Peace.